everyone. It's been a hot minute since we've checked in with one of these midweek updates,
A
which
hot
is a
minute.
hot minute. Is that a thing?
I don't
I
know.
don't know either.
What are you
So,
drinking? Hot
for those of
minute.
you that might be new to our channel, I'm Patrick,
I'm Patty.
and this is Truman and Bess, our Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. I
Yeah.
always say we're two 50 somethings that are going through a major life change.
Yes.
We have sold our house, moved into our fifth wheel full time.
Mm-hmm.
I am retiring from the college in August.
And I have 5 more days to
How many
do.
days?
5, baby.
Patty has been counting down since like
Christmas.
5 years ago. Um, so, and for those of you that don't know, I accepted a full time position managing Happy Acres
Mm-hmm.
Campground right here in Angola, Indiana,
Yep.
which I'll be doing from April until the end of October, and then we lock the gates here, and we're headed south to Texas,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
excited. So,
Dun, 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 dun.
but I couldn't tell you the last time we did one of these updates.
I don't
And I
know.
thought, well, it's Memorial Day weekend, or we're getting ready to go into
Yep.
Memorial Day. This thing's going to air on Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, which means nobody's watching it. So it seemed like a great time to post it.
Sure.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
But we had promised to update you on what's going on. And so we'll start. I am done unofficially from the college, meaning my semester finally ended.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down to
What,
working.
about a week ago or so?
Yeah, about a week ago. So I'm down to working one full time job. And then this summer, I'm going to be doing what's known as a 25% administrative contract at the college. And I'll be going in. I think my contract requires me to go in for 3 hours, 1 day a week for 8 weeks. I'll probably use some sick time. Right?
Okay, right.
Yeah,
Sure,
why not?
sure.
I got a lot of sick time to use up. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably go in about 6 times, as I told my boss. And I'm actually going to be helping one of my colleagues who's stepping up into my old role as program chair. And I'm going to be helping Carla. Not that she needs a lot of help. She's been with me for years.
Mm-hmm.
And but just go through some of the tasks that I do that maybe she hasn't been
Sure.
exposed to.
Absolutely.
And then my official retirement date is set for August 10th, and it has something to do with like pay when
Yes,
the
it's
payroll.
always a pay
Yeah, they.
time.
So I
The pay calendar, let's put it that way.
yeah. And I did have HR reach out to me yesterday. They want to schedule something in July to do like my exit interview and go through my benefits, that type of thing. And I processed a request to add you to my insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's what's going on with me. So now I can focus, 100% other than those 6 or 8 times I'll go in for 3 hours here at the campground.
Right. And there's 5 more days. Did I say 5?
You said 5.
More days with students for me. There's actually one more day past that, and that's the last day for teachers that I'll have to be at probably just in the morning time. But yeah, I'm ending 26 years teaching at the middle school, and I did a lot of it in 6th grade, a lot of you know, and then the last few years has been 5th grade. And yeah, it's just been an interesting year, and I'm looking forward to not being in the classroom. And I'm still renewing my license in case I need to fall back on that, but I'm going to do the eBay business, get that going. We've tried to do some stuff with it as of now, but do even more with it. And I help out here at the campground. I clean cabins, I clean bathrooms, I help out with activities. I'm just, what do they call me? Not an ambassador. I'm a host.
Yeah.
I'm a hostess with you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think, and that's a big change. So, I know I've had a couple people reach out and say, we really want you to talk about this journey because people are saying they want to do what we're
Mm-hmm.
doing and they want to know what to expect. And I will tell you, we probably started talking about leaving our teaching jobs, 3-4 years
That's
ago?
what I'm thinking, yeah.
And in the beginning, it was like, well, we're going to do this with no real plan in
Mm-mm.
place. We had ideas, but this plan really came together about a year ago.
I think so.
A little over a year
the
ago.
fruition of it just kind of
Yeah.
fell into place.
I was eligible for retirement from the college, actually over a year ago.
Right.
And so I actually stayed an extra year of what I had to stay. And what really sealed it, I think, for us was when Angie and Kevin, the owners of Happy Acres, offered me a full-time position.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that the full-time position would be April through October, which would allow us then to, go someplace warm in the winter.
That's what we want to do.
And so that was kind of when I think it started to take shape. We also had started the eBay business, knowing that that was going to be something you wanted to do
Mm-hmm.
as a revenue
Right,
generator.
because I just can't do nothing. I can't just sit around. So
And for those of you
I'll be
wondering,
busy.
if you maybe you're not familiar with our channel, I will be 57 in September, and you'll be less than that. Is
I
that the
like
proper
it.
way to say it?
There you go.
So we're not at the age to where we
No,
can draw money from our retirement,
no,
and we are not wealthy. Okay,
no. We're teachers.
no. And I think, and for those of you, and I like sharing things, because I think there's people, we've done this where we see other people on YouTube, and it gives us hope that it can be done. And I'm just going to point blank say this, and I'm not ashamed to say it, but we had credit card debt up until what, probably
So we were 50.
50? Yeah.
Hmm.
We carried balances on credit cards and thought we would never see the light of day at times. Never missed a payment on anything. We've always worked our butts off, but I
Actually
guess,
grew up.
well, I don't know if we grew up, but we had an opportunity back in
Yes.
21
Yeah.
or 20. It
I
doesn't
don't know.
matter, to refinance the house, and we had done really well with our house. I always
Hmm.
tell students, best investment I ever made was buying real
Buying the
estate.
house. Yeah.
And so back in 21, we paid off all of our credit card debt. So that was kind of step one, but we still had bills. We had a truck payment, we had a car payment. At one point, we had an RV payment,
Right.
and and then a mortgage.
Hmm.
So last year, when we had this opportunity for me to take a full time role here at the campground, then I proposed to Patty. I'm like, we can make this work if we sell the house,
Hmm.
which would allow us to pay off the truck and the car. The RV was already paid for,
Right.
and we would be debt free.
Hmm.
And so that's kind of how this happened. Now, we had additional equity,
Sure.
from the sale of our house,
Right.
which we have put, I'll just be honest, we have put $100,000 of equity into a CD,
Hmm.
and then we kept out, I think, another 30,000 that we put into savings, kind of as a safety net.
Hmm.
And we've worked pretty hard over the last year to put money into savings.
Right.
And so we have, we could probably go a year with no paycheck before, and without touching our CD money,
Right.
because our goal is not to live in an RV the rest of our lives.
No, it's not. Maybe 2, 3 years. We were thinking. I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah.
or less possibly. We
It
don't
just
know.
depends on how it goes.
I can start withdrawing money from my retirement account
Mm.
at 59 and a half. So we're basically 2.5 years away. So I think the plan was, let's just live in the RV for 2.5
Yep.
years. And then when I can start withdrawing from, then maybe we'll buy something. That could happen sooner rather than later,
Hmm.
because we have all of a sudden become obsessed with 55 plus parks in Florida. And you can actually pick up places for under 100,000.
Right.
And so our
That
goal,
would probably need a little fixing, but
maybe
yeah,
some of them are, depends
some are
on.
pretty good. But
Patty
yeah,
won't even let me look at the ones under 20,000 anymore. But
I hear your mom's voice in my head.
but our goal would be to maybe pay cash
Sure,
and still
absolutely.
have no mortgage.
Right,
So
right.
anyway, that hopefully brings you up to speed on where we're at and financially, because obviously we've taken, a huge reduction in pay,
Mm.
because Patty's going to be no longer working, so there's one paycheck gone. And then I've taken a reduction in pay from my teaching job to here, but we also have lost a truck payment of
Yep.
$700 a month, a car payment of $300 a month, and our mortgage is gone, which was $1,300 a month that included taxes and insurance.
Sure.
So
Right.
when you add all of that up, we are now saving $2,300 to $2,400 a month, or we're not paying that out, and
Right.
that's allowed to do it. So what is it costing us now?
Yeah.
So I put together some numbers,
Oh, Mr. Number Guy
and Mr.
here.
Number Guy.
Go figure.
So the lot rent here
Yep.
for us, figures out to about $550 per month.
Right.
Okay, which is a huge savings over $1,300 a month. In the month of April, because we're not through May, so this is April,
Right.
our electric bill was $77.
Okay.
which when I looked at that compared to our electric bill at the house, it's pretty much a wash.
Okay.
All right. We did have $59 in propane costs because it was really cold in April and I like to be warm.
It was very cold.
And that electric bill was a little high in April because we run our fireplace here in the RV
Right.
and for heat, and we were running a low electric heater, so that did help keep the propane costs down.
Yeah.
Propane cost as an average at our log cabin was around $100 per month if you just figured it out on a monthly basis. Obviously, the winter was much higher and lower. And then finally, our insurance cost for this does not include health care because health care is the same as what it was.
Would have been the same, yeah.
But our insurance costs did go up slightly. In the month of April, it was $193.31. You want to guess why it went up a little?
Because we sold the house.
That's one reason. Number one, I don't think we're getting the homeowner's discount that we used to that applied to the truck, the car, and the RV.
Okay.
And because we have our stuff in storage, we took out a renter's policy.
Right. Okay.
And so we have a little bit. But when I say it went up, it's went up like $30 a month.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Beyond that, the food is the same as if we were still in our house.
Right.
We have to eat.
Sure.
We have to eat out.
Yeah.
And so those are kind of the big differences from where we were to where we are now versus before.
Sure.
So anyway, that hopefully brings you up to speed on where we're at. Life should get a little easier here in the next few weeks because once Patty's out of school, I'm done. Hopefully we can get back to making more videos for this channel and focusing on that because quite honestly, trying to work 2 full-time jobs, run an eBay business, make content for social media, it's a lot.
It's a challenge.
So, but we will continue to update you on numbers. A lot of these numbers aren't going to change because, again, our full-time living experience is so different than most YouTubers. You know, a lot of the YouTubers that are full-time, they're traveling around. They're talking about fuel expenses. They're talking about campground expenses that vary from site to site. We're not going to have that. Ours is fixed because we're going to be here for 7 months. We'll do a little bit of traveling to get to Texas. Then we're going to park it in Texas for probably 4 months before we come back up here again.
Right.
And honestly, if you want to talk fuel costs, we're going to end up saving money on fuel because I used to drive almost 100 miles round trip to get to campus. And now that I won't be doing that, we'll save miles on the truck and we're going to save a ton of money in gas. So.
Yes, we will.
So, all right. If you have specific questions you want to ask us about our full-time journey and what's going on, go ahead, drop those questions down below in the comments section, and then we'll just do a whole video answering those questions. And, you know, and again, I feel like there's really not too many questions we won't answer. I try to share everything because I want people to have a realistic idea of if you're thinking about doing this, you know, this is what to expect. And I'm not sure we even fully know what to expect yet because we're just starting. Everybody asked me, like, are you regretting quitting your job of 28 years? And I'm like, not yet. Wait till September when I don't get a paycheck. Then let's talk about it. So anyway, all right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. Hopefully that brings you up to speed. And until next time, we'll see you.
On down the road.
Bye.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.